3 of 4 engines on a stricken Norwegian cruise ship have been restarted. 3 people, thought to be pensioners, suffered serious injuries, and were among 16 people taken to hospital after the Viking Sky, a Viking Ocean Cruises vessel, became stuck off the coast of Hustadvika, West Norway. The ship is set to be towed to port after a frantic rescue operation. Around 1,300 tourists, including 200 Brits, were on board as the emergency started, Mirror Online reported last night. It suffered engine failure in the stormy conditions and helicopters were scrambled to take the tourists, one by one, to safety. Efforts to take people to safety were hampered by the fact emergency services could only take 15 people at a time in a helicopter. People on board have shared images from inside the ship. Alexis Shepherd, who is on the stricken Viking Sky, said people were sleeping everywhere. Local police in Møre og Romsdal said the ship's crew had managed to anchor in Hustadvika Bay, amid fears the vessel would run aground. Police in Norway said 16 people were transported from the reception center directly to the hospital. The ship's operator Viking Cruises said a small number of non-life-threatening injuries had been reported. Footage online appeared to show the ship rocking dramatically, with debris falling from the ceiling and furniture including chairs sliding across the floor as passengers sat waiting to be rescued. Derek and Esther Brown, from Hampshire, said the whole boat was swaying. It was very rough before they were airlifted to safety. Mr. Brown told BBC Radio 5 Live's Stephen Nolan, "We had a few people on stretchers, several with cuts, 2 with broken limbs, but fortunately we were all right. We were airlifted onto the helicopter, which was quite a frightening experience. I'd never been in a helicopter before. There were a lot of high winds, hovering overhead, and the winchman came down and we were then collected up, and so I shut my eyes as we arrived into the helicopter, and there were 15 of us for about a 20-minute ride." Norwegian media said the majority of the cruise ship passengers were British and American tourists. By 6 p.m. local time in Norway, around 100 people had been rescued from the ship. The ship was due to arrive in Tilbury in Essex on Tuesday. A spokeswoman for Viking Cruises said, "The ship is proceeding on its own power and a tugboat is on site. The evacuation is proceeding with all necessary caution. A small number of non-life-threatening injuries have been reported. Guests are being accommodated in local hotels when they arrive back on shore, and Viking will arrange for return flights for all guests." The 745-feet Viking Sky was built in 2017 and is described on the official website as a comfortable, award-winning ship, intimate and thoughtfully created by experienced nautical architects and designers to enrich your interaction with your destination in every way. A spokeswoman for the Foreign Office said, "We are in touch with Norwegian authorities and stand ready to help any British